Southwest Florida, welcome back to the award-winning Lee Pitts Live. And for those who are joining us around the world, we're coming to you from the Dunbar Easter Parade, which is a spectacle of magnificent proportion. Here at this parade, the 77th annual, Lee Pitts Live is the media sponsor, and I have flanked to my left and right some community leaders that I'm looking forward to talking to you. But before we do, let me set the scene. There's a band on the stage. This is after the parade, and it happens right here in the southwest quadrant of the state of Florida. Every Easter, this is the largest African-American community in the area. We have about 2,000 people peppered all around doing their level best to stay safe, as you can see the distancing. So let's get right to it. We're at the Stars Complex on Edison Avenue. Martin Byrd, who's the president of the Dunbar Festival Committee. And right here we have a history-making chief of police of the Fort Myers Fire Department, chief of the fire department, Tracy McMillion, who is going to kill me after we get off the air. But anyway, I'm going to do my level best to take it from here and not make a mistake.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Many of you have seen him, of course, on Rescue 911. But before he was a big star, he used to come on Lee Pitts Live. So we're so glad that he took time out to come by. Let's get to it. Congratulations to Martin Byrd. He's now a member of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. 06. The first and the grandfather of them all. Congratulations, Martin.
Thank you, Miss.
Go ahead and congratulate him.
Congratulations, Martin. Welcome to Greek.
Thank you, my Sigma brothers.
Now that we've taken care of those niceties, these are two brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, and we love helping out our brothers, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity, and they love helping us out, just like in the Civil Rights Movement when Martin Luther King, the Alpha, was flanked by Abernathy and John Lewis and all those other Sigmas to move our country forward as a unit. So this is unity in the community.
Yes, sir.
Would you agree?
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
We are out here in the sun, and that's the only way we can get this done, Chief. I would assume that you respect hard work, getting it done by any means necessary. First of all, I saw the Fort Myers Fire Department leading the 77th annual Easter Parade. Tell us what it was like traveling through the crowd.
Well, we appreciate the Dunbar Festival Committee, Martin Byrd and his staff, and all that they did, and it's quite an honor, to be able to, be right behind, FMPD with their officer, letting it come through, but us being the first actual, folks to pass out candy and to greet our community is what we're all about. We're all about community. We're all about integrating in our community and definitely showing some love for Resurrection or Easter Sunday. It's what we love to do.
I could tell when you were doing it and the other firemen were doing it, firefighters, you guys had big smiles on your face just interfacing with the children. Talk about that when they see y'all.
I tell you what, man, there's nothing better. It might sound like we're doing something for our community, but really our community is doing something for us. When you go up to these youngsters and you see them smiling and waving at our little Sparky the fire dog, or our Easter bunny, or just looking at our firefighters of all different shades, colors, and creeds, representing what America and what our city of Fort Myers is, it's amazing. And just to be a part of the Dunbar Festival, we just love it.
Martin Byrd, when we have a fire department here in Fort Myers that's always ready to participate and help in the community, what does that do for your job in putting on events like this?
Anytime you're putting on an event that have community leaders who are not just waiting for you to reach out to them, who are reaching out to you, and one enthusiastic as Chief McMillion in the fire department, that's the biggest showing we've had in the Easter parade and he's just becoming chief. as you guys were just pointing out, they were happy. They were running across the streets, handing out candy. So it's greatly appreciated. The community appreciated it, and I appreciate it.
Got that?
Yes, sir.
Now, we are looking at the post-parade. I want you to back up for us. For thousands of millions of people who are watching us, we're at the conclusion in the celebration. Take us back to early morning, all the way to right now. What have we experienced today?
So the community experienced road closures about 2 o'clock, and then of course our fire department, along with the police department, set off the 77th annual Dunbar Easter Parade. We take about 5 or 6 blocks of the community, and a small professional of community businesses, community organizations, governmental entities go around the community. The road was littered with thousands of people,
really
excited to have some interaction and to have the Dunbar Easter Parade back after the 1-year hiatus.
That must have made you feel really good to see the turnout.
Definitely. I don't know if I've seen that in a while.
I think we missed it last year, right?
Yeah, we canceled last year due to COVID.
Now, what does this say about the thirst and the desire for people to come together as a community and start getting back to living?
That's the whole thing. There hasn't been a lot of events like this, and there's definitely haven't been any events like the Dunbar Easter Parade, with the history and with the memory of growing up as a child coming to this event for many people in this community. So with the Edison Parade getting canceled, this is our first opportunity really this year to come together as a people.
I don't know that you've heard, well, you probably have heard this, but most of the leaders that have come here and sat here, they have said that this parade needs to continue to culminate right here in this park. As the president of the Dunbar Festival Committee, what's your position on the future of the celebration location for the Dunbar Easter Parade?
I mean, there's no doubt Amber Smith with the Stars Complex is one of my favorite partners. Most of this is her vision, and we're working with her to make it come through. As long as we can, after the Easter celebration, we'll never leave the City of Fort Myers Stars Complex.
Okay, you heard that. Chief, you are an integral part of this community. You understand the value of positive things happening in this community in Dunbar. You one of those guys who roll up your sleeves and walk around the community. The idea of having it right here in the community every year, how do you like the idea?
I think it's special, and shout out to the Star staff, Amber Wade for all that she does each and every time, Dunbar Festival. It's amazing. And to have this here where, folks can come out and get some good food, interaction, hopefully keep some social distancing and all that.
I know this is running you crazy.
Yeah, just really.
You can't control it.
Yeah, it's a really, special moment. And, this is what people need. People need some type of outlet, some type of community, some type of opportunity just to smile at each other, love on each other, and eat some good food together and celebrate what it's all about.
Now, I would assume you've had both of your shots now.
Yeah, so we actually,
first responder.
There's a lot of stuff out there. Our staff has actually had a lot of opportunities out there doing it. We're working with the Florida Department of Health. The City of Fort Myers is doing some amazing things to be able to take care of city staff. So vaccinations are going, as the CDC says. Wash your hands, wear a mask, 6 feet of distancing, and be vaccinated.
I got my first shot already. I'll be getting my other one later. Let's go. I don't want to spend too much time on that, but I do want to go to, I see you wearing this right here. Are you mentally still looking around for heat strokes and things of that nature? And are your firefighters I see moving around, they're giving out water again? Talk about the things you guys are still keeping us safe as well.
Yes, sir. So anytime we put the uniform on, we're out in the public, even though we might be doing public relations, we're still there ready to respond. So we're always checking out our people, looking at them, make sure everyone's well, and trying to make sure that they are taken care of. We are public servants, and that's what we do here. We just serve the public.
I love to hear that. Martin Byrd, the history. Assume that people who are looking at us are not familiar with the Easter Parade at all. They could be looking at us from another city, another state. Let's give a little brief history of the Dunbar Easter Parade.
All right, this 77-year-old parade was started by Evelyn Sims Kennedy a Zeta, and a community and a neighborhood teacher who wanted a parade. The Edison Festival of Light was already happening, but she wanted a parade, one that African Americans felt comfortable in, were treated right, and as an opportunity to support our kids in our community as they walk by.
And can you guys make sure I have a fence next time? Just something here and something there.
We'll get that fixed.
All right. Certainly for ML King Day. But I got to come out and cover the event.
Definitely.
I just need a little help. But I kind of like people walking through because they give us that real world feel. Look at this, man. We CNN.
They're photobombing us. That's all.
Hey, now, you and I know that there's no television show that ever comes out and covers this from end to end.
Oh.
Can you show some love to Lee Pitt Live?
Definitely. The best television host in Lee County, Lee Pitts Live, Southwest Florida. We want to appreciate all that Lee Pitts does in our community, covering our events, coming here to the Dunbar Easter Parade once again. Lee, you're greatly appreciated and you're greatly needed.
I posted an interview this morning. I don't know if you saw of our interview before you were the chief.
Yes, sir. 2019. 2019. Yes,
2019. Sir. I think your title was deputy something?
Deputy Fire Chief. Yes, sir.
In that short period of time, now you become a chief.
Yes, sir.
The first African-American chief in this area. People were looking at us from outside the area. The community is just still hasn't worn off on us to see you in that position. I think it's been over a year now. Tell us how has it been going, and what are some key things that you feel so good about having implemented in that 1 year?
I think the main thing is, as soon as we got that appointment, we had COVID, so that actually was a great way to show some leadership, to actually step in and keep our department safe, our community safe, our city safe. So that was such an honor to be able to help navigate with so many other people within city staff. But we've actually restructured our fire department. We've actually created a community risk reduction specialist. So we'll actually have more opportunity to get out and meet so many folks in the community and do more things. So that's what our strive is, to do more things in our community.
And people have been seeing you on my television show talking about Community Connect. And when they hear that commercial and you're talking about, hey, you can register everything in your house. We can know when we come there that you got a puppy, you got a cat, you got a 5-year-old, what room they might be in.
Yes, sir.
All of that. Talk a little bit more about Community Connect and how it enhances the safety possibilities for our community.
Exactly. Thank you, Lee. So Community Connect is actually one of those opportunities for us as a fire department to know what's going on before we get there. So if God forbid there's an emergency at your home or something like that, we know exactly who's there, who to look for, and where to go. And time is of the essence when it comes to emergency. So if we can cut down some time of knowing where to go to, man, it's worth it. And that's where we can get more lives saved and keep our community safer.
How can people connect to Community Connect?
So the best thing to do, easiest way to do it, is actually go onto our website, City of Fort Myers website for the fire department, and just click on Community Connect. We have flyers out on each piece of candy that we passed it out today. There was a Community Connect flyer.
Gotcha.
Because we want to engage our community and be connected to you all.
Sounds great. Martin Byrd, as we wrap this up, the chief of police, chief of the fire department, and the community redevelopment agency director here in the Fort Myers area are all African American. You remember the day when we didn't have that. What does that do for our community too in terms of the images that we see?
I mean, it says a lot, one, by the current administration and their desire to diversify and throw diversity out of it. Put the right person in the position and remove everything else that would have qualified past individuals based on political connections or just relationship. But to say, hey, this person is right for this job at this time, they have the qualifications, and I know and trust they can do it, and they've done their job and they've proven it in the time that they've had these jobs.
Well, Southwest Florida, you heard it right here. More community leaders coming here gracing the Lee Pitts Live set. We have our fabulous, outstanding chief of the fire department, Tracy McMillion, the president of the Dunbar Festival Committee, the new Alpha Phi Alpha, Martin Byrd. I'm going to ask each one of these gentlemen if they could get a bottle of water over here for the eminent TV talk show host. Can I put y'all on the spot for that?
Yes, sir.
We got you some water.
So I can keep working.
Yes.
We'll be right back.